Well, hello, I'm back. Oh, I've had a bit of a big day. I was actually in a photo shoot this morning for a local paper, so that was exciting to walk through the guest house and interview me, and so that was big. And had clients here because I've been drawing house plans for some clients out in Dalby who are just delightful. So they came and we ran through house plans. And I had a leak through my ceiling last night because we had a massive storm and it was coming through the lights in my kitchen. So I've had people out for that. So yeah, it's been a big one. But anyway, I promised that I would forge on and show you the guest house next rooms. So there's more rooms to come. But if I say something stupid or if I, sound a little bit doughy, just put it down to complete and utter exhaustion. I have I have a reputation for going a little bit like a bull at a gate, and a million miles an hour. And I notice in my videos that I sound a little bit breathless at times. So I'm going to try and slow down and just try and take it easy. But anyway, I am going to head to the Botanist suite next, and I'm going to get going and show you all about that. Okay, as promised, we're up to bedroom 2. We're going to come through now into the Botanist suite. And just like the Explorer suite, it also has its own little name. Now, I have a background in horticulture and garden design. I never quite got to the end of my degree, but I have done a lot of garden designs in my time, and I love plants, as you can tell by my house. And I know a reasonable amount of plants, and I have a reasonable green thumb. But anyway, all that aside, welcome to the Botanist suite, which is an ode to people who love their plants. So when I swing around, you'll see a lot of plants, a lot of plant references and things like that. I think what I tried to do is subconsciously, I've actually created suites named really after my loves in life. I didn't really realize that at the time. I'm an explorer. I love plants, so I really am a botanist at heart, and I'm a collector. So there you go. So these lamps go back quite a long time. I'm not actually sure where they came from, but they've moved from so many rooms in my house. It's unbelievable. In when the kids were growing up, they've been in pretty much every room in the house, I think. This bed originally I bought for my daughter, and it's just an IKEA one, but it actually works here. It's just simple, it's white. I wanted it to disappear. I just always, as I said in the Explorer, I love just going for white linen. I triple sheet the beds. So the top sheet is actually forms like a doona cover. And then at the moment, I've just got a lovely cotton blanket underneath. And I just think those pillows, those cushions came from Adair's back in the day, and they're just lovely natural linen. And I've got this little pink throw at the end if anyone gets cold. So I always like to put a little throw of some kind at the end, just because a lot of people too, they put their things down and it just keeps the sheets nice. I've had this blanket box, I think, I don't know, maybe 30 years. I remember doing a furniture restoration course. Some of the courses I've done, I think at TAFE, and I'm pretty sure I restored that box in about 1992 from memory. So I've got that there. I always like to have a lot of these hooks, so I've put these hooks up myself. I was very proud of myself. Second-hand mirror from the op shop. There's this design of cane mirror, I swear I've seen it over and over again in so many different op shops. It's so funny. I already had that, and then I ended up buying this one, which is almost a replica of it, but just slightly bigger. So there you go, mirrors galore as usual. These are some artworks I did over the years. I remember in Byron Bay doing a course on gel printing and going out into the garden and choosing a whole lot of botanicals. So bringing in the plants, pressing them between plates, making the indigo color. So that's that. This is a watercolor I did. It's from Ashgrove in Brisbane. This is where my daughter and my sons went to school, and we spent a lot of time in both my childhood and my children's childhood, so at Ashgrove. So that's sort of like an aerial view of a part of Ashgrove. And then we've got one of my favourite pieces. I bought this on Marketplace. I think I paid about $120 for it, but I just fell in love with the colour and those cute little handles. And honestly, there's something about this green that just brings this room to life. And I just keep it simple because on top, everyone wants to put their handbag and keys and phones and things. So I've just got a simple lamp. I'm pretty sure they came from Kmart. I'm pretty sure. And then old books. I don't know what my obsession is with the old books, but I just use them to prop everything up. I just love creating lots of height with things. Here's a cute little thing. It's like little specimen jars sort of thing or whatever. And I just put a few little succulents. If you put these succulents in, a bit of jade plant, they'll just last forever in the water there. These are more botanical prints I've done with the gel printing. Now, I'm going to pan back. I'm going to show you this beautiful thing. This came off Marketplace. This is like a lovely Art Deco table. I just love it. I've got that right next to an IKEA simple white bed. It doesn't matter that they're not all antiques. In fact, it's better. If you've got antique on antique, 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 all in one room, it's too heavy. To mix them with a bit of modern and light is a good thing for antiques, I think. Otherwise, it can be a little bit too harsh. So, just things like this at the bedside table. Once again, my sister bought these when she was living in China and she gave them to me as a gift. So I always leave a little coaster and that just so people can put their earrings and things in. And then a girlfriend gave me these little birds. And I think I bought that for my daughter Eve at some stage and she ditched it. So I salvaged it and decided to keep it. And guess what? This beautiful thing, if anyone in Toowoomba's watching this, it might have come from your place. I found it at the tip shop. So I'm not sure if they do this everywhere now, but in Toowoomba, anything that doesn't need to go into landfill that somebody might want to buy, they sell it in this big shop, warehouse, and there's a few little treasures in there. And when I saw it, I thought, well, that is perfect. So just so you know, it doesn't go to the tip and then people rifle through it, through the garbage and pull it out. It actually makes its way into the warehouse before it gets into the tip. So I love the tip shop. It's right up my alley. And I just want to show you something which most people get wrong, especially when you've got a high ceiling like this. Can you see how high I've put the curtain rod? Now, when you've got a high ceiling like that, it adds grandeur to put a big long curtain in. And don't put your curtain rod right above the French doors or the window. Give it the height it needs. So you want to work backwards. Find the beautiful long curtain and then put it up like that. It just makes such a difference to the feeling of the space. Then we're going to come out into our beautiful little space out here. Now, Marketplace find for the little beautiful white thing. And then here, because it is the Botanist suite, this is where all the botany is collected. Now there's a story here. This is what I want. I want somebody to come and feel like, they're in a botanist's house. There's seed pods from my wisteria tree. All of the things I've collected, the pods and the Banksia seeds and everything like that. Another pair of my father's glasses, my grandfather's glasses, which would be over 100 years old, 140 probably, 150. So I just put little things in there to tell a story. Now, I hope you love this. I had a very plain wall to work with and I decided to go big with this wallpaper because it needed some fun and some life about it. And I just get such a kick because just look at the characters. You've got the parrots wearing the crowns, you've got the possums reading books, you've got the toucan over here wearing a bow tie. It's just lovely. Iguana with the watch, etc. Just lovely, wearing a top hat. So it really, because there's only one wall of it, it actually really works, I think, and makes it fun. So I've got this table I got from Provincial Home Living, and I got these chairs off Marketplace. They are a Lloyd loom. They're a beautiful chair, and I love them in the green in this space. And I've picked the foliage, so the wattle foliage from down at the park, and it goes perfectly with the same soft green. Then I put the little retro cabinet in here that I bought at the op shop. I cleaned it up and put that in there. I love it. And I've just put things in here, you know, more anything that suits the theme, old books and botanicals, etc. And then they've got their own little station here for tea and coffee, and then a big picture at the back. I've just got simple lighting. I already had like a light fixture there, so it's just a DIY style shade here. There's probably a bit more to be done in this space, but for the moment it's pretty good. So if we turn around, you can see this is looking back through. I've got some some robes there. So if you look back through, that's the view then back through to the Traveller Suite. So I hope you loved looking at the Botanist Suite as much as I have just loved creating it. I've really enjoyed it. So we'll see you next time, because we've still got more rooms to go. So next time I'll probably be taking you to the Collector Suite, I'd say. All right, we'll see you then.